na mesanchia Irrigation Appraku mesanchia ni bi ohe nra program a Irrigation Appraku ye programs mienu
okay
na edi kan abadwaku a ombehwe PVC share eso no o inaugurate ma omakwanya so omunhye omujuma ase na etoso mienu na yekopie ma yede saa motorbikes no ema omo a ese fata se omo enya na omo boa ma ikua ya no timi fa ne ntoma pa efra ma men kakra bi emfa PVC share no ansa na maba onse ese wo hwe ba bi a nkuto ekoso ewa aman dwaso na ade e konkan yi na de meti ya manage ne se wiase nyina na ye kan nkuto aye papa nso a Ghana de ne dikan
Nkutu ai share matter, yeah, that's right.
So wiase nyina Ghana de ne na
the whole world Ghana de na papa wow
ana oba Ghana nso a e create employment emma nipa beye pepa hensia 600,000 na mo majuma especially in the northern part
of Ghana
Ghana ni tutura nso eye emma so manso di yepe ese abusunya no aso da bia me ka say mema idi wa hia wonya teku a osachi because besale azikata but e call ba no ho dia so wa ma wo be ma ni bia ntubotom kura oba ye aduane am haide
adibi
wadibi nti yeru o yes chese obenya sika esombo am no we ye enya US dollars euros no obenya be 4 million
okay
how the be boasa share not no net ma page no esiho na enyuma na create ma yenua no e ma me no yenua no ma no e be koso accrete wasan do share bajefo ne nsase omumwa e ma company and nemfa ne se egu e share not company na egu no challenge ba ko da mom so mama company asan de apage ni mu na ma se be import sorry be export all the raw aspect no
okay.
Mo ebitima dane nkotone ni wa kakra nsana
yede be kwa yakọ
yede akọ ene ne ade a ode hye omo mo ni agipa na mo wa rehye mu se ombeye am ye ho ato because I learn say within the next 5 to 10 years no I bet hit with my in excess of 20 billion kutono
wow
we are say man so
yes
say so a word value of Nkuto is around 3.5 billion US dollars. And it me tap me 1 billion. I say yes, yakoyen. And son we I was saying chair yura ema ye nante Ghana nyina. Echichemu because of language barrier and you know.
Okay.
Echichemu ama ye ne akuafo ne agric officers no. Ehia but before then no ankasa ne all the district directors of Agrica Ghana ha ne regional this na ayesiemu eno ma di nkomo na o ma ye ko se ye ko ne yenko hyem kina ne yenhie akuafo no especially omo ma ye omo kuo ne omo ni kuo no ne no omo nkasa sare ba obi ade de ho bewura Feed Ghana program nim
okay
ne ye ko ye no one of the challenger na extension officers no ka no say logistics am de be ko akuafo no na so
okay
amomatima kwa yo majuma ana wo ye Irrigation Appraku ne disuade hunu na wo he Feed Ghana na e one aspect ma e fe ne say farm service center yeah farm service center
okay
afi ye be sha se esi mako adunum
20
adunum
50 okay
na hono ye one stop shop
okay
for all farmers
wow okohane opebia
so saka the open extension officer services by click of phone short code we are ebe ko ama extension officer about phone and now poultry farm and now baby obi ada be how are we dey and now more movement dey here Irrigation Appraku pa and yes I call on say to so na the harness here na say we are say west standard there esenka one extensions officer bia ohwekuafo ahinu 500
I see
ba Ghana me no kasa sisia one extension officer bia ohwekuafo apem ahinu 1500 that's the ratio
na je say
omodwuma no so
adwuma na kwakwa kese
ohwe anka abo ho me yensa
yeah
na onsan nya logistics ya obasan
de
adwuma no the call ho bi ho bekatem so moto bi they were even specific they say moto na mo de man na ye pe the jungle tap na enye me nwanwa say moto ayenya enne ana nra ye danema akuafo no so no na ye the jungle type wa ye Yamaha. Now we can just find out boy idea was through but tiny in an say about my extensions, officers a bit me I reach out to many farmers as possible.
I see.
Now entity any actually or more than my phone or the mom said a bear no by no a beba amano I come. I know when I record energy and run, but tiny is or my equiaphone, sorry, extension officers no. Any feed Ghana coordinated from Kwakobwa, or the inferior district, 500 of these motorbikes and Appraku. But no, I don't know more or I do 150 ready.
And I ready.
I ready now. Yeah, the amount.
Okay, Bosch near 500.
500.
But we'll deliver 150. 150. I got 350.
350 within the shortest possible time.
I know so beko.
Within the shortest possible time. Ebi ane ansan kra no ansan ko da yeah eko. Because it is in trenches. The 150 ne buy and yen twen so no to.
Yeah.
Ku adwuma no go so eko so yen ka se yemani nyina ba ansan ne de akọ. De buy ya na otie mo omde ko yen. Ndi de be ba na ebi yen tan mo hu dawuru. Be de buy ya. Ebeko. Ebi kra free no be se na ebi kra na another batch kra san de. Aba. The Bema extension officers no matimi de aboa ma akuafo no dwumadi no. Because there be ameka se. Sa kwasi broni be na obuye no. Menim say na nam na ebuye na de call bro fo say they say an angry man is what?
A hungry man.
A hungry man is an angry
man, yeah.
On kaso bi oni atade na na buafu, so bi e come na bufu.
Yeah.
And one of the key here there be ameka ama France for wetimi dominate some of the African countries now. Aduane. I'm telling you. Because they've realized so mine omunya to my mufuni aduane di no moto. Omunya enam ewe mo moto. Omunya ensa eno mo moto ma. No mo how isa. Do fe Cote d'Ivoire. They be keep on say me how sovereign they are.
Okay.
Because they are being dictated for by the France people. Even musica crown composers or some crown of France. No more people sing musica no more reserve no. France for us abo mo bosia.
Wow.
But in ya dia ho nya din wo Cote d'Ivoire.
Cote d'Ivoire.
The complaints ya ni free oba no ya ni sa.
I see.
Because to me money to hwado here to benye na dua na edi. Obenya ni nsu anom. Omunim san obenya ni san anom. Oya. The word I say they are being dictated for by the foreign answer no ho nye o ma de hia o. Ndi yansu bit man de ho de a. Na say aduane fam. The belief is a full security ne ma ho ye de ehia ye. And now me no kasa se ntokwasi Burkina say kim ye ho a kire.
Adentia.
Because in toes ye di no hanche mu adu so no miensa. 73% of tomatoes we consume in Ghana no if you Burkina.
Tomatoes here the okrum. Raw one. No. You told drum no.
73% if you Burkina.
If you Burkina na Ghana.
Jane ID no we spend about hoping sum of $24 million annually to import Jane from Niger. Now say Burkina so to board them pe hona Niger for hona fa kwa Niger. Ndi nya Jane nso ni. So you see the challenge here. Me dey na him pa ye Mako. We import 62% of the pepper we consume in Ghana.
62%.
62% Mako ID.
Not just market no dey hodada.
Of course. So if the market is not there,
yeah.
So more import omunya.
Yeah.
Do we obeka market in hobby.
So demand no ho. Mame kan kan sa.
Demand no.
But supply no mine hon so.
Because as we speak, let's
Yes.
be honest. If you pick 2022 as the base year, now import 95% of the chicken we consume.
And cocoa real Ghana 95%
imported.
And 5% per Ghana.
So it tells you the demand is there. But people have challenges, especially the poultry farmers. Almost feed in the boarding.
Yeah.
And the almost for the end of the equosoro. And the iron had or tofu brother Cassia Fufu back would be a 200 and the import on a back cost and baby 100 Ghana. But we must start from somewhere. Company behind industry behind. Oh, Shah said the cost of production is high. Overhead cost no high.
I know dear.
And the, until say we bear with almost say yen patronage yan kasa ye no. No muntimi expand or more entacrim. Na omuntimi serve ye no. Na ye have so is to say oh ye got off of a damper me be am fan of a damper. How many days run do opposite anymore? And what's the DB here? So when we now meaning when you get be. Now what testing is now man got off a damper my way on married. Because we made any but I know no.
But I know no.
No. Because be to bet me there be a death fridge bear, you know.
No.
Bear 1 year, you might not know.
I feel a bit true.
Wow. And open qua punch fresh this year. Never she fridge after 3 months. Because it is in change.
I may change it. Definitely.
Did you parent the Koyadi and know when you have that is now on Castle on Median, but that's what we are going through now. But the major issue is say Bibi Kusi, never be a coffee sour for them Bombano. What happens to us?
I see.
Yeah, Ukraine, Russia and Turkey.
Yes.
Food inflation could reach 57%.
Yeah.
Inflation could reach 55. 54.
Yeah.
But the food inflation was the highest.
That's true.
57. The question is, are you then and to acquire Russia and Ukraine? Am I a Adriano? A boy in Ghana? Abra Assassin, and now. Assassin, Ben, where you cry intimate in Ghana.
Yeah.
And none should tell us, say, who said, say, I'm who you have to do in my year. Be happy to me, after I say. Burkina for your tomato factory. They are almost done. Assuming some customer, yes, our tomato factory, me, no more process of tomatoes and son. It's so Cassia, a binya way, so.
Yes, you're now running.
You're running any. You're going to be feeding in a factory now, and sana, SS no, or the other.
No, or add value to the raw, which will give them more money.
More money. And we spend whooping some about 400 million to buy tomatoes from them.
400 million
US dollars to buy tomatoes from them. As we speak, 2024, we spend over 3.5 billion US dollars to import food and its related items to Ghana. Nyane nkoko ni nam ye cry ade ye di ye cry free amanone e de ba 2024 is around 3.5 billion US dollars 2024.
Challenge near day because you want to say no. Because okay, data they my moko, jene, tomatoes, and cocoa. What do you cocoa and ground frame for now? Moko, tomatoes, jene. Sani mawi. Obi no wa ogaso be for ya on for back untum. Ye tu moko kuradi odi ye betum. Jene dey constant. Challenge near day.
Challenge na one. Enye pepa anase abani ni so be so akuafo na se.
Okay.
Ko ahono se akuafo ni pepa. Ba obe Ghana na se ye makuya na ye den. Nipa yi su na ho one no eye more. Since e be man fidi aye den aye adwuma. Because tomatoes don't say body do. Jene eye ente say menkan eye. Ese so utimi funtu masase nene. Now there is a high man. Into mechanization, ye know your family idea de. Our form. And we are back on. Near to me, no research ye into the type of cereal a bit my way stand it. Your temperature no. Also, your idea. we omo factories now. They prefer tomatoes in Burkina no to the Ghana no. So the ana Ghana there no. And ensure no doso.
Okay.
Na Burkina there na aduane na wo ne there.
Yeah. Aduane no doso. Ya na hono so odin.
Ono den. Any breed. A breed.
Okay.
A breed.
But that breed, you know, your assassin supported that breed, and I end the year to say, but that kind of
let you as temperature no. I say to me support.
Okay.
Ghana for do akwa buchi so mutimitna.
Of course.
You know temperature epe.
Dabi.
Abofro do mbaga so mutimitna.
Yes.
You know omodi ye de epe. Good. Enti the same breed, you know. And there now bit my withstand the temperature. I assume say your temperature ne Burkina Faso temperature different.
Okay. Burkina Faso we are ball cracking Ghana.
Good. It na say to me it me say sa ay tomatoes no. Ehia baby a temperature ne den. E was
true. We are soon time.
So you can pick that same breed, you know, no was steady. No why you idea. Sa say Burkina temperature here 30% and I said 40%. Yeah, the same breed no bit Miami and the same breed no will be able to withstand 25 degrees Celsius.
Okay.
They just research into the type of seed they abandon. You fertilizer the milk you for. You can tell me if I'm wrong. But here, fertilizer you know my ocean yeton. And no be the mom was central region moto. And no be the mom one kind of moto.
Fertilizer back no. But incessant can call
na ya sase no. But a topology of the land na e work no. Your soil facility.
Yes.
Any kepo zebe.
Dabi.
Ubeko baby na asase na rich in nitrogen. Ubeko baby na asase na rich in potassium.
It be here nitrogen.
Okay, nitrogen more. But before here potassium more. But we don't do all this kind of research.
Research, you know.
And one say who say
it fertilizer, your man fertilizer.
Who say
Unim say asase we know. Content we a lucky. It will be a high nitrogen, rich in nitrogen. No asa kwaji nitrogen
fertilizer nada.
E dey asa ko peso.
So you see. A bros crab bros was sound we fit or no why not.
Okay.
Until we are doing all these things, we are testing the soil facility of every farm zone. We are taking into consideration the temperature range of every farm zone. So that say Bruno would do, I said would do a bro.
Yes.
The same Bruno. So do I need the same seed? I would do
okay.
Because be now would do a boy and temperature ne a bibia a support.
Okay.
But me hono en support. And the end support wa the type of breed be na me nya ne ho a e be de e be boa. So we are taking all these things into consideration. And I be say akuya no san ya akono. So with the establishment of farm service center no, the be ne say u nipa no wa ho odin a obe use no be den e be kofo. And the uniska now papa now asase will be to my because everything will be given to you on credit at subsidized rate. Trata na ohia besa okoda e bia ko na bonte between 100 Ghana e bia ko na 40 Ghana. Now even with that 40 Ghana no eje ukure ska re pa beje pe ukure sika ye be ma ko ye adwuma ko pem so no ba ne be den e be ba ko pese ku adwuma na ye akono na amanfo ye den ewurem and ade ba ko a discourage a farmers and so yes so produce no ba bebre a omunya atofo yewere ko poko ne industries no mo use raw materials no mo use kuani sa no na de e power of mo industries no you know mo di kita ko akomada in the area so mo do tomato spa okay by your factory we so water ma also bit my process 60,000 tons of tomatoes the only so nya bi ntino with anamo yera ma yetu ye na yes our cooperatives no me nyina online we register until with the click of be hu say ye wo nipa be 1,000 akoma dan o tomatoes annually we to produce this quantity of tomatoes. Do we invest an hour of site to manufacture? Oh, if you go to this place, raw materials are available. So, open so company or temaha and I now pay raw materials now. When you come to the Ministry of Agriculture, we'll be able to tell you, say, with this type of raw material, area, this area will produce this quantity, that area will produce that quantity. The near Vienna also will because your community be western of a war pa make it natural honey. We almost omunyato for.
Go back to
Omunyato for. But how doing a lot of people are moving from using sugar to honey. Almost so unya water breme. Could be an unya water breme. It is almost so pet. A won't be at all. Obisu will be a baby. On to for. So there is this lack of market linkages for the farmers. No, a basa while you will bear 3 years when you will be man into it. A dear nation in Crans once and quite won't be on your beam. But if you are able to get, we have the data. No, be a open will be a casa open one open this quantity of Benyanoha. Let them be a more readily available amount for air to day in there, they will keep on doing it. A bar in Yama, you bet me ask what to say a brew and it's Anya Manuswa. Under the farm service centers now ministry are taking inventory of all the existing warehouses. They are defect ministry a better repair. They are under construction baby and a farm service center warehouse come. Buffer stock have been hot well resource. The brewing now bedo ni bibu yes brebu. The brew obo bag ba ho ka 100 Ghana no. E tumi bu ana ko 80 Ghana. The bag could be about 20 cities.
Yes.
The next year, under this program, you pese cleaning boka. In the way na bono ba from a Bruno boom a born ba from the government itself will come in to buy. Your belling will be institutions or more feed or more use a brew. Now a buy not to SS no they go. And the brew who you doing too much. Now I am ne bona kosrama timem for so ho chiro man na aban na to agu ho no pasana de aba system na ide ababeto on pese kuya ne boboka ana on pese timem ni so ho ide ho ba chire too much.
Okay.
And with all this na akuyafo ne hu se oye ni product no obenya tofo a they will be willing opa akade bi efra ban ho or either say aban de be man free na say aban no be fa muka kese no the total media pese ye 24-hour farming ye can. Yeah, to a 24-hour and Casana to be in a full day.
And it should be
yeah, dear. And the farming is all seasons. For Bagana, I only 2 seasons.
Okay.
Major season and minor season. I'm the northern part of only 1 season.
Yeah.
You perceive we are 40 years, Juma. Say tomatoes na udia a persil is so too, which may be a tomatoes. A bruna uda a persil is so too. Ubit me do bro a more a persil is so too ubit me a beans here a persil is so too with my once a udia soya beans here it releases a lot of soya beans nitrogen a mass assassin
yeah
carbon udia soya beans no try no do bro because a reason nitrogen the mass assassin a bro no should be here nitrogen.
I brought here nitrogen.
Nitrogen. I say nipane no buy.
Okay.
So no buy release oxygen.
Yes.
Na you taking oxygen.
Yeah.
Na release carbon dioxide. Then no buy no take carbon dioxide. A brone na So yeah beans. That was I fana.
But media making yakoto beans some me can do your Bruno. And yakoto beans. Say sa paint rubber no. White yakoto 2 days you
Mobedua.
Yebedua.
Udua wie ya san dua bro.
Edua na ke dua we bro no. But now no the challenge is that in zona to be 1 month in your ornament.
That is why yeah sa irrigation facility.
Yes.
But the way I person here say enye ba bia na obenya so kese da ho obenya dam.
Yes.
As we speak we are going to do about 10 new dams in the northern sector.
Okay.
Now I renovate 8 of them. The existing ones in 8.
Okay.
But the area we put then you say opese inya about 2,000 boreholes. And the same area, no, maybe a benya or more no more share no, Munina Macacam boom. No Munina no by a more yea idea here and so. The entire Macas no no say, me who baby I say what about yes.
Davi.
And I mean who be say what a cuckoo.
Davi.
And they take it natural, but they brew beans, tomatoes, cabbage, and it's a Maria here in soup.
If you are watermelon,
those area, on be a bare 100 and 200 acres of land. Munina Sano by Namoya. What needs soon put you on our water table no air dear, a vessel support. We will drill boreholes.
Be two borehole, free
near mechanize it. Using solar powered near mechanized, now pumping some money and should you combine. But the paper will be obey managing.
Okay.
Obey managing soon.
Managing soon.
Yeah, managing soon. Because in sooner pump here, we say they are obeying power now pump it.
Yeah.
Food.
Yeah.
And you know, it does say by my farmers, no more wish you and I say paper money managing soon. So this is what we want to do.
I see.
And the irrigation is one of the key factors that you are going to.
Because maybe want to say, for instance, minya soon in Temwa. January I'm starting year preparation. January and meet me out the year. Now March April no come first one. Individual don't me because the cost is high. I don't know cry. Because Skakra come last make Skakum 4 acres and Skakum.
And I am per se unkwa 4 acres and now 5 acres. Like say between you I amount.
Yeah.
No. But who's as time that on Esun, Munina more common different block farming. Even though assassin your idea. So now we talk about farm bank.
Yeah.
Senka be a Kruno assassin or the Maya. Canadian carbon be the candoso. Near yet our facility in our. Into our person, yes, no by the bino. Obadi Trepiama.
Okay.
So we have the facility there. And now, either we pay something that one day. Because, say, assassin, and what you pay will depend on assassin, the way being assassin.
Okay.
Because it's not the government who is going to pay for the land.
Okay.
And the Kuru Ranama may be 100 acres. Now, by a CC, it's not 100 acres. It be a mamma major 10 cities here. More better, the best better say, sir. A tour now be Tiama assassin ran it. What the government will do or the ministry will do, no, and they say obey us our facility. No, assassin so among.
Tinya be 1,000 acres. A bit more producing a baby.
A be do a brewer, a be do a beans or
a
be do tomatoes or a be do moko, a be do a Jenny, ewa. So the government will do the irrigation facility now.
Jenny say Hensu.
Jenny here and so. Maku here and so.
Yeah.
Jenny Raminim that type no. It may stand it a father you are it may stand here we are say boy enough boy bari we are it may stand here we are but we say tomatoes the here so akofin so obeti.
I know cry.
Cabbage no munya here so na akofin so obede obeti.
Yeah.
Aburo no here so akofin so bobo wie. Enya fa bani wie na e sha say ho ade here so aye okay.
Yeah.
Beans no so nya epic we are and so nche beans class no do beans dey say be you know ntwen ma beans no ground home yes ho anu ha say twa ni nyina ya nche ha ye de be ma akuafo no se de be ya ombenya dodo na free enyema na ombedua no ndi ni power ho
many Appraku bi asende ne share butter product bi awaye alaska for the benefit of a foreign discussion no or the issue farmer no ka we dey nka se obetua sika kran ya advert man fatu tv ne se ya dey na questions bi o dey about me sa owura Appraku kakra eti was say me sa o say for okay support ben some of omo involved and as omo share butter production no so that they will be able to expand the business. He's also talking about asking for babia honey, no, I can say honey, what's the enough for? I don't know, so person or could be not the end of the year.
We refit
I don't know.
Community Nangas by what now, a
contombra side over.
Yeah. The community name refi.
And I cried the whole Facebook, not the BB at all. I'm out for Rachel. Okay, or not in here. Say no, I know.
Okay. Also because enche yura de nyama be
Yes.
enti mestre say for you know money
On monitor agriculture
because
ministry.
o secure funding
Yes, yeah.
or secure funding I can say sign agreement
Yeah.
enti me pese mu nsem nyina mekani nyina
It was a pure natural shea butter.
share butter
Ti obi nso die ni say no waye no.
good
On fa hwe mfra mu.
good
Ti
but at least
packaging no.
packaging no
Yeah.
or the BBI there
That's
aka
true.
ho
That's true.
or the BBI aka ho madam for bia me no hwe na kuro ni fi na say bosses be na I'm say we there was nkutra there was or the South Africa
Or in Kutu no
South Africa. As I'm saying, me call my hair bear 1 month in young Busan. I was Nigeria for say market in South Africa.
Ale. Omde
Nyamafra. Ndiama omo airport so.
the usage, you know.
Because obeto no. So the nim Ghana nkuto no.
Okay.
Obeto be we no be no me nyama bi afra ma you know. Engine sa you know base omunya regulated and produced by a company for a share
Okay.
share butter. In that a regulate so the regulate kuku na and then the purity no any trust na we are seeing now was say the papa the bit maintaining that level no. Now package na make come no whether so more ye omote nkuto na ba no more dua and no more ye nyina no ye ntwen na opemu na ankasa emfa entu eja me ye chiame na nankasa ya menye ho
I know there.
tinanade ne sise me nyina to dua na or sign agreement ni bi e beto jade ya betimi
aka ho
asem e bia but I'm say a nice a product.
Yes.
A lot of people are now even in Ghana omwaja nku ahodo na use sa
Me were 3 girls na me ne me baba ko last born no ye nko ese ne nkuto wa fi ko yi
na ho na ma yeso
oba no to white one no natural one no to oba no to the KCCD e dey ato ade mu eno ana metebo
ntina ho hwe body na ye some ya wanye mo ne ye value we don't value what we have the trawa ma manfo e be fa free yensem
I see
the time we say ke ye nyema we ya ke ho betwe no na akodi baby awi e bi na ye kan wasem ade di no say tra Ghana ne import mako abra mako aba if you come premises here
e be free
why ana hawa hodo e wo mako so krare no so to say
mako ne de no green one no na ya na
mako ne green pepper we are talking about
one no
okay mako ayiti
okay Matthias here say green de ana sheda nchesa
then they have green pepper
I'm
talking about pepper
mako angaze ndi atintin bi aye
yedi
ote no wahata na yam di bi aye ho
that no say import mako Ghana I didn't know say import mako Ghana God yeah how back no say under the previous regime no
yes
because a regime be you name say the fertilizer alcohol per the records of Ministry of Food and Agriculture but who be say directorate no am say fertilizer be ama omo fertilizer be ama omo I didn't try e kwan a ye fa so susu say ye boy akuafo no enya de e kon kan
hwe me ntwa wano me kokko na me TCS MPP one of the constituencies in me more constituency in the or a vice chairman na MPP time no fertilizer and orona ye de ba na ye de command war na last year fertilizer nko 800 papa no fa no de kodo na fu ana kwa ba ko bi nso as won na yes extension officers one ono so last year on crimes were BSA agro chemical shop
yeah no the far for kugu no oton it just obey repackaging no oton anything ye repoku say ye ntisa farm based organizations no?
okay
so the extension officer will supervise the agri officer will supervise but no by any as far as any money there e be ko group na matter association no
e be ko mo
and it be easy say chairman of the group na no ecoton dey easy to handle him
okay
na DC na the chairman ecoton fertilizer there
Sub group in terms of any percent I'm open to form a group. No?
Minimum of 15, maximum of 40.
Minimum 15.
Yeah, maximum
40. Okay.
But we were thinking, say, your commodity be a poultry farmer. You can get a district where we need 15 from poultry farmer.
Okay.
So the adjoining district can come together.
Okay.
Group you say a commodity base. Commodity base. Tomato Farmers Association.
Okay.
Akotomra. Pia Tomato Farmers Association Jaboso. Pepper Farmers Association, Poultry Farmers Association, so that when the input and the resources are coming near the comoma, it was a way tomatoes who do man or more, tomatoes 1 year. And the comma. You are able to that. But on my neighbor, where do you go to Farmers Association?
Okay.
What are you into? Ebi dua body, ebi dua banchi, ebi dua mako, ebi dua nyadoa, ebi dua kube. And it's a man who input for the common. There's no one input to cater for all this farm a year. Fertilizer, the tomatoes, no bit with me, Mama Cody, but many so bit me, my brew. Meaning say, say season now, ebane tomato season. Now the common farm based association be na general no more no buy or more your pie bantia. Now command tomatoes about the end of the year. It's any commodity base. And when we identify say we want tomatoes no more dry, crew is no more.
Okay.
Until the near on the buy more straight.
Obo accommodate for
tomatoes.
What say tomatoes?
They are quite accommodate.
Okay.
Accommodate qua near DC near the cuisine.
Okay.
There will be a task force of the DC we are member, but you only the cuisine. So Kwesi menu Tomato Farmers Association accommodate. Mo president here when or Kojo Mensa the secretary one adjoa menu to Kojo Mensa and adjoa menu they receive in Yemano. And based on the size Kuafon will be ne focus city. Well, I was when in the same group no nyemu na kana
I see.
Or maybe I'm 100 acres. Now without 10 acres.
Yeah.
The brain input to absorb nyape. The data record a big for all these things. To my group no ni pass in the room, maybe I'm 40. Each member the farm size ASN. A big 10 now.
One thing I've realized about Ghanaian farmers, they are not lazy. But how to go on if I say into a large scale farming because of the support sending okay.
Anyhow.
Maybe 4 acres in the tractor na kodoe. And then upo bi kura manado of amawa unya. Chemical I apply in the first time you can see a she urano. Your boy in a drone uranus up a pijai. And ka ubo drona if I say I had a cost no form. Nipa mkunyan no do one kabiama 600 Ghana. Nipa mkunyan is on do mamno. Was ya upo biama na do unya. Odo one kabiama 600 Ghana. But in other senka me drone na me born me fall labor for one day can me more canon to 600 Ghana no. But it got to a point now me cry me chemicals go na dey cancers ya mempe.
As oran can be capacity ya no.
Mempe. E me cry me ka say me nya nipa na obedo na me cost of production and banner years no. Bitimi enya de empese me ya I prefer say me nya de bedo.
And anything as our farm service center number.
Okay.
A bit reduce drastically the cost of clearing their land.
Okay.
Because tractor na be also the tractor kodoya or kufano a private man or
a private man.
Good. Do no some of these in abandoned the bar was of 60% of the cost.
Okay.
And only scams for buy my own credit copy so no buy any paper.
Well, but we done 400 cedis. If you done 500 cedis.
Maybe we done 400 so be about the opinion 150.
Okay.
And 200.
And doesn't give a dopa.
That is it. And at the end, they will say, who needs campo? It be more conduct from or no buy any better. When you be a man, to name your perishable goods are banned beside it.
In distribution of those logistics and equipment, how are you going to do it? Because in terms of, because a bad district base,
yeah, district base.
Overcut district, there are so many villages and towns are farmers gum. A banner tractor saying a day call.
Minimum number of tractors here. Every farm service center be 30.
30?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then accessories. tractor mako 30 accessories count. That's the minimum number.
Accessories count.
Say accessories in a tractor na accessories in any day. Ya de bedo, ya de be plow.
Plow is an
ya de bedua plant bibia count.
Okay.
And so if you decide to open say mfidie na bibia mama, ubenya do de bedo.
Okay.
Ubenya do de be plow, ubenya do de be plant. Ubenya do de be harvest. Harvest count. Every farm center there will be harvester.
Ese ko pesca na ko
fa. Nti sa nyema ni nyema de be makuya na yede ayakono. And de be makuyafo na won so ayede say tin yes o form sa cooperatives no. E basa de easily identify. The muhiya tractor na easy.
She will easy am group we are. Me do 10 acres do me de do so serious
neko. And one aspect is say omo be operating machines no, they are going to be trained how to repair them.
Okay.
And I could do a form ho na adiki to be just be 50 no, you should be able to repair. Every farm service center there will be a dormitory.
I see.
And the dormitory purpose and say omo be train omo akuya for be form near more money omo yen large scale more money extension office be nyantete ho to kwa obedaw na yatete ho because the contract na no most say so better na 2 years to train all these people and no more jai ama Ghana for no. But it's going to be owned and operated by better na no more training especially tractors and extension office for 2 years and so no more every ho ako
Yanyin Kratomra homeboy Abba Yabazisia
Ehwehwemu adane de se onipa bi otaye ne nipa duam hwehwemu no onyini che na ya de adwane no na sem bisa ne se yebesiden anya yaresabia papa o madwuma so ani e wa dokotafo ne animdifo a wom sa yade entem ende Ghana de e ba na yasabia papa wom tu yade asentam de a de enimu ane kayibu heba an alternative hospital mesi yade ben na hawadwene eye chronic waist pain ana adwunsom yade infection ana menstrual pain aya won dadwene bema wayembre won pem fibroid ana tete wo odi ani stroke arthritis abusua ninyina no aduro ewo Kaibu Heba an alternative hospital Kaibu Heba ewo infidia wamde ye nipaduam hwehwemu asam dane se ye wondro wanwaso a o fire na ho ato ye san ye lab scan ne test ahodo nyina so person check BP sugar prostate and as a kidney testing.
So we are at a location called Mile 9, where we are facing the same challenge of the terrain. The machine is stuck in the mud and it is difficult to move it out here. So this is one of the challenges that we are facing almost all the points that we have visited. And there's the need for us to get a technical person so that in situations like this, we will see how we can move it. So we are also appealing again for leadership to know that the fight is going on earnestly, and these are some of the challenges that we are facing, and we want leadership to address it. You can see for yourself, the machine is very immersed deeply into the mud, and this is what is happening. The degradation here is so terrible, and we can't continue to close eyes on this thing. So we are fighting it with all our strength and capacity as law enforcement officer. Thank you.
This is Mile 9, a location around Obuasi area. And then we have come to this mining site. They have abandoned the machines and then they have run away. You can see the machines stuck in the mud. It's a clear indication of they even removing some parts of the machine. At the same time, we cannot have access to it. This is a new machine that we have even identified here. Very difficult for us to even use our usual way of even getting it started. So it's a big problem and a big challenge which we need technical people who will always assist us in this situation to be able to take some of these excavators out anytime we confront with this situation. I think basically the fight against illegal.
I'm in East, member of parliament, Ewaha. Homeboy, and I don't know any more. Honorable Nicholas Amankwah, Assembly making. Ghana Education Service had a statement about not too long ago. One say buying a arrears capitation grants for basic schools from 2023. Wow. Enti we ensemoda aba Daniel Fenyi and the head of public relations, Ghana Education Service. Or no, and Sasha say, Yami Adama production, Mr. Monfa story into a Yumna Ochinano, Yanyan big on a platform. Eti Sana Etie El Honum. Mahaba Hospital for Daruma Airsoas and a PC about center or Furniture City Ghana, 1% the a ban of furniture on sense 30% discount. CD no ahwadia bum Ujana Naso. What I said tea so pe empato a demo and near my saying kunya the other saw them the other hospital the other go kitchen pool be and nasa beach bina wupesu be a mangrove for very relax here. You won't kunya be team de go mujari we are no mapper be a dad to home event furniture nano and Furniture City Ghana. Mr. 0244 213333. Your Tema, your Spinters Road, and a Sansubutu Kumasi. It's near Tenno Eye Care Services as Obama 1 year training in German language, ICT, and a healthcare. Inti and non sono nona we are you prepare at the job market, especially in Germany. Salary no 50,000 plus a month, and our kwaji at the good bottom. Inti open to SHS and university graduates. The phone number 0555 343144. Inti near Teleno Power Specialist about Hospital Dr. Kusuya Aduaya say a diabetes or hepatitis, sciatica, arthritis, gonosyphilis, broken bones, ulcer. Fako na ontenete and famao. About your phone number 0244 544422. Your Domeko Abenya Wakra, Kumasi Fiyase, Lake Bosometri Quantimpone so, and Atakrade and Naji Estate. Honorable Nicholas Amankwah, Honorable Kwaba.
Yeah, no.
Bibia Boko dear.
Nyami Adom.
I say, I'm a monitor other platforms that Ben and a driver. And I bet I'm
if you few. Is like. More gloomy, I see how you have a pressure no crown.
I never do.
Now, committee so engagement, parliamentary duties near the NT.
Yeah.
It's a no shakra. It's a mate, yammy. Or committee, we are engaging a NADMO. That's Defense and Interior Committee. Omo plans are, Omo digua kwema fie, insuono, yanten and can be breeze. Na mom insuono so omo chere say be say unity.
Okay.
To what are they doing? More especially it won't cry as part of the reset agenda. No. Na see the aye normal way every year be insuo flooded say a month for normal. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama under the reset agenda no. Omo sha nadmo she my yegu akwem. Enti but you know say a radio good na we shall flyer iba here. Yeah, ready said true. You best sum a real no. Na yes, require neighbor. It's a funny at from Fanche. Na but Madame Senior and so I say the spokesperson or the Ministry of Agric. Now share me in the presentation. And this is exactly what Ghana for.
Yeah.
Now this is my first time of meeting him. Now me share the casa na me be huna. No so obi o free. A crooked to empty said you fear. Go say,
yeah, you're very aggressive for them.
Sana Okao, we don't see a crooked to him. Because when you're hybrid,
it'll be.
Say the BIN MPP4. Adia, our boy, His Excellency John Dramani.
My former DCU.
Some common mediba. The only boy era, John Dramani Mahama Basoni say.
Yes.
Even with the 60 ministers are all promising and Iswa. Na Ghana phone him say obey any day.
Yes.
Then so managing manabro so. And all appointment be our man. Or fan call for almost system nimu. As you are saying, former DC.
Yeah.
So on man for how. Or kasa and so o tiene kasa. And your book be na ya trauma na sun obetina haka. A practical experience or no one can say you kueni.
That's true.
No one so the sector minister responsible for agric. Yeah, senior.
Yeah.
Appraku. Now, the man here unique in say when he stands on the floor of Parliament or Kasa, about economia, yenko.
Yeah.
About the Greek sector, yenko.
So marry two together. Now manage a Greek.
Yeah.
Ama His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ne Ghana no. Say the future for ye free a cronk to ma ye papa ne ye maame ye kuafo no. Ghana wo hwe ye import tomatoes.
Yeah.
Import to jende.
Arrow.
Import to yemo. But now see ko Volta region here, they wo hwe vast land.
Yeah.
Wo hwe central region vast land. Obama constituency and Memphis vast land. So ye be den here to me manage this vast land na abeye no my papa di amaye. Ohwe national chairman. Last week you go share UTV. Na me wo peace no UTV. O just we dua mango a aye oti. Uko bie bronga half area ho nkoko nyen amanfo ye. Ni nyina na ye hia support. So there your ministry, that's the sector minister, aye senior Appraku, ye bona baso. Na wo so aye John Dramani mama. The ministers are all here no. Aye try and tested. Practical experienced. And yet theory.
Yeah.
So every sector be an abe challenge amount say when deliver Ghana for be you and everybody is performing.
Manafo bika James say agriculture ministry there. Appraku anyini ye di ane just Ghana yaboka.
The last time I was listening to some interview. Now it's now I say mako take yaba, mako sign agreement way, mako China ba, mako sign agreement way. Make us say ya Volta region. Team be aba almost see omo dan ye wi a.
Yeah.
Omba be invest wo. I'm saying that's all what you want.
Now quite on farming ko. Ne asem.
Eti Ghana of future. Ghana of future.
Yes.
And that's all what we want. Say on mine. You know, yensi mu de. Now we share a financials here. You're to forcing, you're John Dramani Mahama.
Yeah.
Umadaro Mayaboa Estebono. A bet to me rare impactor. I say a sinebisi dianeso. So I do always tell people say yatete normal so. But normally yatete so don't say Ghana's economy no. A import driven economy.
That's true.
Meaning say your crown no be kroma even aduane. Inti na your seasonal farming. So I was happy to hear from him say almost some baby 24-hour farming. But 24-hour farming no. Tell me who say well practical experience say. And yes say na jono was so touch no dey do. All year round farming. See the Obama called Western regional.
Yeah.
Your raining season, raining part na fear and so tono. But do baby na dry season aba. Once you northern region season no in your same.
Yeah.
But in some by irrigation, support to end. It's not going to be say ebi am MP. And I'm was asking to share me home no more to down be mame for my farm alone. Yeah, share the people around.
Yeah.
I don't think about one district, one factory in failure. No. They just planted the factories without looking at the source of the raw materials. Because when you get to me say we go to Volta region. Volta ammonia dia.
Yeah.
Volta banchini dia.
Yeah.
Then you look at community a center, connect 5 constituency, 2 constituencies or 10 communities. No are planting machine bet me produce gari.
Yeah.
Na produce rice namaye. Into woman share no one district, one factory. So no feasibility study was done and they just planted it anyway. And if you are not getting the raw material to feed the factory, how can the factory survive? You know, a coffee juice.
Yeah.
I sit here to say still a survival because the environment Central region is noted for planting those stuff. And this is exactly what this government is doing. So I did bear His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Ben. When you meet people who say, oh, 24-hour come or so, chop baby or cooperate 24 hours. No, I'm saying. This is wrong. And it is only His Excellency John Dramani Mahama under this Fourth Republic and our deliberate policy. Watch it. There has not been any deliberate policy to support a business also made pretty 24-hour economy. And who is so Ochna Nyame Yaduma Yura Dr. Kesili Atuforcing the presentation of the mid-year budget Ghana for Betty how we are going to drive this country. Industry be boost to farming be boost to the business class the dollar city relationship on betting one and can no much me up planning. Just this morning I was listening to the welfare director of TUC.
Okay.
And he make a unique way say Abina Bomodin nobody ever thought say your dollar ni betumi free 17 or modi kodu e na bedu baby ayedu but the almost sharp buy say stability.
Okay.
And I also just read from the former deputy minister of finance and he was saying say you are to forcing and the ministry of finance on backroom staff you are John Dramani Mahama on my yardie what they are looking for is stability
to be a stability.
no they are buying na why you know and when in a ma your economy na crash ya you bobo sinye di ya ni entumi ntu ya omo introduce domestic debt exchange program na ewiase nyina Ghana nyina nobody ever thought nti me when people no kasa me say na wo kobobo sia udi untumi ntu ya we introduce program e ma obi maami obi papa fam wu a wo so aban no utumi kasa fa governance so unya kwanya de oyeni na say Ghana for me poma chew
I'm say Ghana for afi omti enchi ombeba.
Oh, boje.
On TV.
I am commodie.
On TV.
I am commodie. And one thing so how money say, nipa bia obobra, na se wo fom, na wan se mafom, na wa pache wa untimi correct ho da.
I know there.
And no something on betina fiache no. Because when you speak like that, and I say you are insulting the intelligence of Ghanaians.
That's true.
I listened to one of their leaders pause here. Petro ben bo na mo se aba form. Petro board Abraham Mahama ba say. Na no obi auto petro 2024. Obi auto petro diesel 2023 no. Ene 2025 and His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Auto fuel. So we purchase any panel can't you compare? Watching obi an the dollar dija. Ne krom ha ye share. A dollar cost 17. You raba omia ye ko fa so obechi dollar. Went to me no. Na ene dollar is trading around now the other one say a bar around 10 no and to me in bar 11 and to me bar down.
Yeah.
So stability no a year and look at the fantastic man in charge of Bank of Ghana, the governor. Just yesterday I issued directive from all shippers council say all shipping authority now no post to daily dollar rates no be bar yamfano yambuna mfaso. So His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and the able ministers and this year powerful no they are doing their very best. Na yekoso bomb by say yensu ayewechi no we will continue to do our best to support them at the parliamentary level for us to deliver the promise I promise Ghana for no. Now it is only His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. No ya banya. Say manifesto to be also manifesto there. Manifesto promise there a just way. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama within the space of 6 months, 7 months, no. He will deliver almost 85% of the manifesto promise. And then I see looking at the car yabatu to Nukromano, watching Oka ECG wasem, Oka Cocoa Board wasem, Oka road sector wasem, sector bang in an air canny. But His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, or in a pound for you're a doctor at forcing. You know, a question has been answered. Question is here about Abano. Chief, no more say Mahama Kroba day.
Obey day, yes.
Since you had a Ashanti region, no.
Yes.
A man say Mahama Wabami at the no maso. Mahama Wabama dollar number form. Mahama Wabama Ghana Nibia feel sense of belongingness. So my name is can be. And on them chroma, a chroma a dean. And this is the government. Yes, I say. And me away and him so besumuno obe change Ghana because the both step His Excellency John Dramani Mahama took no out to me this so 60 ministers no Fourth Republic have been see that.
I know there.
Now ocean calculation now he has saved this country 60 land cruisers.
60 land cruisers.
Land cruisers because all the ministers no so can say
and the deputies no.
Deputies no. Because now you see 120.
Yeah.
So here Mahama Kaso call 120 the same
123.
Exactly.
25 for baby.
It's a 60 land cruisers.
Yeah.
60 saloon cars, 60 bungalows. Just say, you know what save or mine. I buy your boss. Fuel coupons account, chief. And on pay we on you see the stability in the system.
Yes.
There's business confidence because now investor now when you scabe investing. Why up to Obama now Obasono? Look at the life you are living.
Yeah.
The burden when you trust are being investing. Is the reason why the business community no more evacuated from this country, no more relocated to Cote d'Ivoire, no more relocated to Nigeria. Then what was happening to us as a country?
MPP, led by the former president, no, my agenda now, was not so mobile Ghana for. They had agenda, say, many panel children. And what should do, baby? Now, Sikani be the Obe can be hard.
You are not a crammer.
Good. I do a no use to say, what the opa, far cocoa to Akuko. To know any monosabra unkuno. They find the second team, Nibuano. The common in 3 days. So, when the 4th day, no, was signed February, now, or because here, Bruno, and survival. And that was the agenda. Let's staff Ghanaians. Yama resources, no, MBD. And we have a lot of companies, a lot of businesses here, deliberately almost collapsing.
I see.
Deliberately.
And Unibank is a
good. And
the
and the second aspect was that I keep on saying that governance is not about business. And when you move into governance and a government, now with the business-oriented people be certain positions here, you collapse the system.
I see.
Because government will focus part to be break even. Now, Kofa came for that as well. My financing is on one can say a business mongo, and he is competing within the competitors. Why wouldn't he collapse that? Competitors business.
And MPP flag brush will really out Canada, Japan.
Definitely. But you do that in a medium, no? What they so to bring the competitors not down.
So I say the why coast store. Tim go get it is a way of Bobby Chum. No, I can't go for no good.
Of course. Cooking for that almost say banks all the other apart from 2 good banks because no person on a bank has survived.
Data bank.
Aside that, look at the insurance company. And
in
staff form.
Data bank, no good in the end of Pajai.
And no staff for other insurance companies.
SIC was not
functioning. Because why
SIC Bojuma.
Insurance you had the amount no data and nobody audio.
Enterprise life.
The one you bring such people
into government.
Now omuni timama timemu for. Debi I keep on saying that. My experience was second university. Na you say a program na obisi contribute to 5 then. Na msi mini bi akwara se debi. Make because say mini bi. The first when you got town now the ATM card man. No the shape na me bought my password man. Oh na can me balance 3 cedis. And he was surprised. I said, "Omo waka say here na kora no." Na can to 200 Ghana by then. The upper 5 cedis na Missy mini be no join some pepe, my header. The ambassador said, Obia, uncle to be able to what to be a more
share your experience, yeah.
Cause I man will be man.
Okay.
Yeah, can't say any can neku forward on the MPP no more will defend the MPP this time now. I told baby one we are being area because you look at them. Now was at Uncle for no Ghana some few years ago, some few months ago, less than a year ago.
Yeah.
We don't know the same people who were defending certain and you ask now a by-election account. The MPP had a gut. Yan tutu or second see and think a Ghana for be cry Cassabi BS or it should not be MPP leaders. The same people are not moving defending Ayawa so West Wagon. You are condemning way. And me who baby former principal ni free. Or more principal we say me did trust any per 1,000. I heard move 5. Because I'm vulnerable. But they tend to forget say 500 be no more GD amount. So I throw na would be and well lose 100. Well lose 100. When they have money. I'm open your mom ignorant. 5 be more much what already. By 500 be so 100 be no munim and come with your papa. So I'm throwing a moody and don't say I'm going forward. They are not reliable. So they abandon you. We know a 24-hour economy. Now we use a phase that we look at it, hospital 24 hours. Now me tell you, most hospitals in Ghana are only 24-hour services.
Who's our car 24-hour farmer? No, and me can't see him.
Obisi ye kwa kodana ju. Obisi anaju cry trade and hospital for year. In most of the hospitals, they don't run 24-hour services. There were certain services no more than 24 hours. Most of the hospitals, you will be a first aid to wait for the 10-year emergency. I was asking somebody say, and you be a many me and I'm a most of the hospital, doctor, I'm an attendant man, I don't know. Who's the most of hospitals no? Antenatal by 2 niapon.
Okay.
Or by him no or Korean Pomodino by 2 niapon. Do it teach any other about antenatal won't go school. But if you run that 24-hour service now, your 3 doctors are moving to shift your local school upon son of our call that antenatal.
Pharmacists, no.
Pharmacists do the same thing. But the woman who say, Obi to Adriana and I'd be over baby, Adriana for 20.
Yeah.
One I catch was before for a be introduced school feeding.
Yeah, school feeding.
Not prepared school no money at school for.
No, yeah.
I mean, Kufo bus, Metro bus, but say na Osa.
How it was change of name. How it was change of name. I keep on saying that one I don't expect, so yes, I will change it.
I didn't tell me.
Oh, my got to cry. Yeah, that's got to cry. But didn't toward your way. You were not at all. Not Osa, and I go for. Either so very rambling, no better for us, Matrumas. But here are John Roman Muhammad, they revamped them up without changing the name.
And somebody also testify say on inherit here no.
Yes. STC, I remember 2016. President Mama, your presentation of 50 buses.
50 buses.
Now, that time, I'm morning show. So you can find live feed. I will circle here.
No question, Master.
And Amankwah. But oh my, so far, and come on, man, no more defa a media budget review. Expectation here, then. Last week, near a cover baha, exactly a week ago, Nita also or buy Nita accounts not 25 cities naka, but Nita account just was over 800 million. 800 million. And it's over. And Emma cost of parliament can never wrap up now. As 4 years, media budget review, no expectation.
Minim say nyame ya dom na ewia ebenya kwanya ba bedo musuko. Onse aban we aban yen concentrate on say omo diska no because you are John Dramani Mahama as at institutions near Juma so omo diska no they will go after them no so concentrate here Juma because one shot on be distracted now bo ese area a cover by or kade na bo sector be na omo ja no wa omo so omo ja e bi
Obo sector and ma me ka cover the 25 cities.
Every sector and now I was reading the Auditor General's report.
Yes.
Misapplication of funds. You say our cost were you may be a more normal kakrabeba. 8%, 10%, 20%. From 2020, what is it? 20, we are in 2025, right?
Yeah.
So 2023 to 2024, a jump of 109%, which means say funds I am misapplying. ECG almost year under declaration of revenue. Ama a car abakroma. So nyame ya adoma ochna. Meaning said the Ghana for you and say you're to forcing. And I'm all to say Sidiana Obia Frese. How ombenya areshemu say the dollar no will be stabilizing. A idea betting one sem. We shall buy by inflation the business class. Since a year 2001, 2021 up to date.
Yes.
Yet me are dropping a inflation to a 13.5. Ghana for betie sense shebe na beba me to me are dropping no experience single digits so that the business class no bet me anya confidence no more investing more. Which 24-hour economy. The business class in industrial companies no almost say package are binded by more no and the same as the government has assured them say electricity bill no there will be calibrated meters you be share no matter tariffs no so the amount when we are hooked onto the 24-hour economy or tax regime no so you be share tax rebates on be share normal profit from that a binding boss I will say any programs a binding introduce here and I will share parliament ye pass a bill Ghana Medical Trust Fund your friend Mahama Care, Ababe Juma, Ministry of Education, Sector Minister, Yerahen and Drusu, or say the government is going to recruit 50,000 teachers. My Obama fi Easter. Me schools are here church for no. You will school tifie no so no. when you reach mu say aban be obenya adwuma ye our nurses are omo wie school since 2021 omo fie sisi a omo nya adwuma no what is the government going to do then how the government is going to raise money abra aban by miss I do already say this morning I was on another station and I said say
okay.
Nanado down Kwaku father, Memo Dija Yera Mahama. Now the only option left for Yera Mahama is saying taxes. Now so share Yera ato forcing. Baby Okoyi tax returns. What say Utia Otua GRA, they keep a percentage of your tax. Say follow tax be correct, they will pay back. Oko pull here to me clear what is it betting tax? What me clear what's the e-levy, Aban is doing a fantastic job in terms of air taxation. And what Ghanaians say, if there will be any even introduction of a new taxer, we say Sikano, say near the Koye.
Yes.
The contractor for Nigerian says Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Under the what is it, the big push, contractor somewhere here coin. Sir, Amenfis, Francia, the ramp on stretch near the end, they will go back to a coin so of which the president has assured us. Now, by now, just see a self-discipline. A buyer on a pound phone, almost apply funds, or mine there. Now they will give respect to the ordinary Ghanaian. Emma Ghana fan into my pa, Efra, Emma industries are koso, Emma ordinary citizen or mine musu and so when it does was say, and then enu niswa, or China, Yura Mahama, ye president, na NDC wa Bemukude, a Juma on Subenya BIA. So the Ghana phone in Iran say, Yura to force him. O can't we see the old buyer, Usube, the dollar alone, no. HS a buy way a buyer or yet trustworthy. A buy way or ya buyer, cause a health insurance, backlog on you now, what cleaning you now, through your raminta kind of sector minister responsible for health, what cleaning you now, who share a buy way buy, who share what is teacher training allowance, almost see a bow aba. Look at the video that came out. You're John Dramani Mahama. Since you see, they are going to receive it through controller. A buy way a buyer, fee stress free.
No fee stress.
Exactly. Student or promises obey to ya I will form a constituency. The Bible school when you admission or better than wako. You Ramahama say free SHS me ye the kwalanya by papada omunye duanyedi o kotesha insua. I'm going to take care of your admission fee no idea why about say what you John Dramani Mahama is doing and I would see a commentary what system do be here and say Mahama waba no beye so let's all rally behind him and the ubenya your political way there ubenya ye nuano MPP form babeka now the question is 8 years ye di job no mu di jaye saying omo kono de na omo di jaye because when we were leaving office watch it. Stabilization fund, $250 million. Sinking fund, $350 million. Who share what is it? Esla. Nina ye jano ho. Ye jomo oil force a jomo. Na do kon ojaye den. Ojaye haircut. But you are to force him by who share the relation between Ghana and IMF management now. The inflows coming now. Ye follow BBR. Even DDP. What is it? What is it? Domestic debt exchange program. Now we are affected. They are getting what is expected of them. In himself, Ghana will get out of the wounds. So where we are now, so I buy me pon or buy 6 months on the ministers in here. But you are John Dramani Mahama within the space of 100 days, no when you're the cabinet ministers, including regional ministers. Yeah. So the government is ready to work and it's working. And Yami Aduma or channel. And good news, Abema Ghana. And I'm papa yera John Dramani Mahama de kono yera to forcing be pound to ma e ma timamu ni bia nya rehwemu say oda no sorry na yera John Dramani Mahama and this ne dia de dia ono so oda chi papa. Okay.
Ochira nyame aduma at 10 a.m. ye de live coverage from Parliament. Ebe Barbara Dr. Kizila to forcing. You say Ato is forcing. And Ato is forcing ampa. The budget presentation, media budget, review the whole live coverage bremo. So like a father Roma or say fertility problems, about chobra na on share and more ban be mama transia cha warning ma Solak Natural Clinic 0553932635 National Lottery Authority NLA see and country say wo no be send numbers be say Facebook, WhatsApp and any other platform be at the brow. say oh oye adwuma o NLA ana no for bi ne bra bi ana woni MD ne fine wase number ne be boy nwumira o se me kan jo so boa omukra no munim number e ba game a adwuma di omudi e o NLA no enyina eye purely games of chance and or they ma wo enti leaked numbers bia e ba bia antikai na shedens no bia nkwanko yo bukata nyu sika ni frɛ 0266 087 966 Terai Care and Vision Center nyame adomo a 25th to 29th August or the Kiddy Eye Care Day eba registration on 100 Ghana cedis to free eye examination, free glasses and a free eye drops or the bemao it is 0256 0256 0256 022833 and also on the Kaibwe herbal an alternative hospital almost a shaboa prostate issues fako na onto the te enfamao Yewo St. Andrews Anglican Church Abosokan yene no ene die no hwe 0244809511 MPF for so de aba se otofango na osusu se ye wiawo otofango na face osusu se fango de nya papa ese wo yinji otofango na babi akoto no customer service de man enya wo within 48 hours selber reporto edema NPA panifo nti ubetimi akọ head office El Jolo and any of our regional offices in the Binoa report. So for number is so 0302 550 3880. Fusiamen powder, say a powder on swa. Abadjaman so mema olibido atiko. Bema de owa si unya tinka sampa. Obabi edodo, obabi what I say, obabi okay. Bema de so unya tinka. Do 435 for no more. We said I couldn't move. Ojina so oma good morning sade ne ma na je se ohabi eba baby bema de wo honum na ase kofi ne yire wo ho na oposa na mposa na oba so no kase kama na kofi so te ho na wo hwe any movie papa bi na ope ma chabo na de age ne ho na ye amai bro wa mai jo dabi sadi ndisi fusiamen podenti eti sadi mani nyina no enya de se ye besoso so eti na chese ne yetie ene no fusiamen podenti brantia fusiamen podenti akwa bi amene di free abo Fusia important na se on trafie wafa ne niema ato ne ko ho ene onam no chinchinza eti na jese ne etie enso ene ne timpa chofre 0244017097 omadaro makambi and today's edition of Pampaso and so to nyame adomo a if ya ya me mame Queen Star Poku Asoya ne kunu owura Bernard Olu aye soya wakanchinagu ebra duane esiso nyame adomo a Friday ya ene yepe me papa no krabre enti Thursday and night of songs 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. ewo Mr. and Mrs. Sawyer's residence ewa Belimpe na aye Friday pre-burial service and as a pre-burial and violent past no ebe started from 7:30 to 9 a.m. anopa ewa Christ the King Catholic Church na fins you funeral service na atoaso at 9 a.m. You are ekwa krabre on Sunday no Thanksgiving service beba so 10:30 ekopim aye 12 p.m. El Christ the King and no el Accra or Atano on Friday aye all black na black and white on Sunday. And yes, all friends and sympathizers are cordially invited to mourn with the family. Watching here aseda kese nkoma me two honorable sir on meka me sa nyame adomo chena ebe essential for K takes over your radio.